just like we mentioned the mass murders happening, the anarchy that's spreading across the country is out of control.
Yes, so we wanted to show you we've got different levels here. We've got mild, medium, hot, and hell level.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to start with the mild.
Do you remember that A symbol?
Yes.
I used to draw that on my notebook when I was a kid. I was like, I didn't know what it was. I was like, wow, that looks cool. I saw it in graffiti.
Yeah, well, it was a big punk thing.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, I remember.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of punks had like
No
that on their
rules.
jackets. And yeah, you know. Anyway, we got the mild anarchy level.
This is going to be fun, guys. We're going to work our way up. All right, let's have a look.
So it's like, you know, if you're dissatisfied with your noodles, what do you do?
A little anarchy.
Yeah.
This is the equivalent of drawing an A on your notebook. Bro is just like, dude, screw this.
Yeah, it's just
I
like,
love it. I don't know.
Wait,
I don't get it.
It doesn't end there though.
No, it
it's
doesn't.
like,
Then,
why go through the
leave.
effort? I would have just taken the ball if I was going to do that.
I love that.
Here, the local cops are confiscating firewood. They're not allowing people to have firewood in the village.
Yeah, you're not allowed to burn firewood. Real anarchy there. These people, how dare they have firewood?
Yeah. Okay, wait, hang on a second.
What's going on here?
This is like those weird grandpas doing weird exercises, right? Like,
and just people in general.
yeah, people in general. But
this has been going on a little bit recently.
we showed this one before.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah.
I mean, mild anarchy.
It's
really.
mild. It's like, what's going on?
This is mild anarchy. I
just
love
like-
the flip.
Yeah, you know, the let's remove some brain cells move. That's impressive, though.
It's impressive, but I don't get it.
Don't know why you got to bite your shoe.
Yeah. This is mild anarchy, dude.
Yeah, just mild. Yep. Wearing down his exercise tree.
Wong,
Kick the
dong,
sign.
Dong.
I like how the tree is so worn down. This going down the road, and then wait, all of a sudden, well, what's going to appear?
This is like a new highway.
A wild driver
What
the wrong way person appears. That's suicide to do
It's
that.
also so normal. And
Yeah. Let's move on to the medium level of anarchy,
All right,
right?
cool.
Because that was the basic
Oh, for
entry
sure.
level stuff.
So food prices are getting out of control in China.
Yeah.
This
This is this month. You can see.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
What's happening is people can't afford. We've been speaking to people. A lot of people can't afford basic food necessities right now, and so when there's a sale on something or something's
Yeah.
a little bit cheaper, they stock up. So it just turns into absolute chaos. People are fighting each other for some freaking broccoli.
Yeah, well,
You know what I
whatever that
mean?
is. Yeah.
Yeah, like broccoli
Watercress
rabe or whatever.
yeah, I don't even know. Beans.
Yeah,
Those are
and
beans.
peas,
Yeah.
yes, sugar snap peas or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, give me them beans.
It's crazy though, and the food prices are no joke right now.
Yeah.
The prices in China are absolutely crazy, and it's funny. You can always tell.
Mm-hmm.
I should have included one of these. You can tell China's having a big problem when they pop out propaganda about how much can I buy for $1 in China. I'm
Yes.
seeing that on TikTok stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, it's bad when they're putting
Yeah.
that stuff out there.
I wanted to show you this. Now, this is, unfortunately, there's a thing in China where it's like, 中国人不骗中国人 is what they say, which means Chinese people don't cheat Chinese people. But in actuality, Chinese people mostly only cheat Chinese people.
Yeah.
And what you have is you have these recyclers, these usually old men or old women. They walk around all day digging in the trash. You know, they have deals with shops. When there's a cardboard box left over, they pay them for them. You know, they collect them. Then they take it to a recycler. The recycler weighs the cardboard and then gives them whatever the weight is worth. But as you can see, the guys who are buying the cardboard, they cheat these poor guys that have been spending all day in the sun collecting.
Especially now.
Yeah.
Because money's skint.
You take a look at the bottom, you'll see they use their feet to like lift it up so it weighs less.
Imagine
You can see that?
you're
See there?
scamming
Look at that.
a homeless guy that picks up boxes
Yes.
for cents.
I mean,
Literal cents.
yeah. What the hell?
Cents.
All that cardboard, what are you going to pay him? Like 20 cents, but now you're going to pay him 15.
Yes.
Like, come on. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
You know
Come
it's getting
on.
bad in China when you're scamming homeless guys for cents.
Yes, you're scamming the homeless people that wander the streets all day collecting garbage.
Yes.
I mean, that's just not okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the homeless guy should make it wet. Like
Yes,
the inner ones, like really wet.
they do actually. So
they do.
Yeah, so it's like double scam.
Here's some more anarchy. Level 2 anarchy. They're screwing up the roads.
It's like, how dare you put this road where I could have a vegetable?
Yeah, see, what they're doing is they're encroaching on where they could plant their... And here's the deal. Pause that real quick.
Yeah.
This is actually important to point out. This guy doesn't own this land.
No.
But he's allowed to use this land to plant crops, right?
Yes.
Now, the problem is he's going to be making sense on... Look at the plot.
Yeah.
It's tiny, right? They
The
barely
scraggly-ass, ragged-looking vegetables that he's got. Yeah.
Polluted as hell. The vegetables barely have sun to grow in.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a good situation,
No.
right? So, yes, the government puts a little slab of concrete down there to get a little more road. You're going to be pissed off. You're losing a couple more cents on your
Yeah,
veggies.
you are losing a bit of land over there. He's not happy with that.
He's not. He's not.
I don't think that's going to be successful, by the way.
No, it's just a little ruination.
Yeah.
The current trend in China is ruination. Destroy your own country.
Yeah.
Because
kinda
China's not helping you out.
Kind of like some other country I know. Anyway, let's keep going.
A lot of countries out there.
Yes.
China is doing it very badly right now.
Yeah, look at what he managed to do.
Undid all their hard work.
Yeah. And
this
I mean, you've got to be pretty daft to be like, well, this is wet. Let's see, what should I do?
That's why I'm claiming ruination here.
Either just backtrack or let me just go continue all the way down there and ruin the whole thing.
I think this ruination is deliberate here. I don't think she was like, you know what, this is a mistake. I'm just gonna go all in on it. What do you think
so?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a little bit of like maliciousness.
I think she's just like, did it rain? Is it muddy? That guy's like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah, I just worked all day to make this right.
I believe that was in Shanghai too, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's like an educated, proper city in a nice city. Give us a thumbs up if you wouldn't do that.
Yes.
Thank you, on the stream.
Yep. I mean, that's just absurd.
That is absolutely absurd.
I'm surprised she doesn't like sit down and have a picnic, while she's at it.
Right.
She's just still going. Oh, man. That kind of infuriates me.
You don't want to stop, though, in that scenario. You don't want to stop. Because if you stop, you get...
I wish she did stop.
Yeah.
And then just for the whole night.
This has been happening a lot. People getting into like road conflicts, which is normal in China, but people like legitimately breaking the rules and like going backwards and shit on highways.
Yeah.
That's been coming out a lot on video recently.
Yeah.
And this guy is just absolutely furious. And they're like trying to get him out of the car.
Yeah, it's going the wrong way on the road, right?
You can't go the wrong way on the highway exit. Oh, that's my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
With you in the car.
I just hate it when people destroy cars for no reason. You don't need to do this. Poor car didn't deserve that.
I like how you have sympathy for the car, not the people almost getting run over.
That
you love
too.
Cars.
Yeah, that too.
I love cars.
Yeah.
He gets away.
It's going the wrong way.
Wrong way down the highway exit.
A little bit of anarchy for you. So this is level 2 anarchy.
That's only level 2 anarchy.
Yeah.
Don't worry, this is getting spicy.
This woman's like got fed up with cooking for her relatives.
Family. Yeah.
And so she went to go grab a sledgehammer.
And just goes,
And just, you know what? Okay.
F this kitchen in particular.
Exactly. It's like, I've been cooking for you guys. You don't appreciate my cooking? Well,
you don't appreciate anything I do!
Yeah.
Look at the state of this room, by the way.
I love the roof and the
I know, it's
bricks.
already, Kaleshi's just finishing the demolition.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Isn't she? Look!
Yeah. It's true.
Doesn't that look kind of fun, though?
It does. It does. But I think he could be more effective. She's like really just not doing the greatest job.
The tofu dry construction is very brittle. Like, she's using no force, and it is just falling apart.
Yeah. I like how she's just like, no. And now this
is crazy. Pause that.
Okay. What do you think's happening here?
Guess. I want the chat to guess.
Can you guess? Give us an idea.
Guess? Throw it in the chat. I'll read a couple, okay?
Yeah. What do you think's happening with this massive crowd?
You might have to go back a couple seconds to see what they're in front of.
Okay, I just want to first show the scope of this crowd, right?
Yeah, because we'll have to explain.
Look.
It will pop up on screen, so be careful.
Oh, it will?
Yeah, like
okay,
right
I'll go back. So you can see this massive crowd. Let me just
watch this one.
Smash Granny. Let's get past Smash Granny. Okay, there we go.
A game store open, free ice cream, free food. Nope. This isn't free. Not necessarily free stuff. Food stamps, no. No, it's not that kind. It's not like a free bottle of water, or free eggs, or anything like that. No. Free stuff giveaway, no. Free pig's feet. Free shill broth. Taylor Swift is in town.
No.
A funeral.
Okay, basically what you see in the back, there's a motorcade.
This is crazy.
It's a marriage, it's a wedding convoy, procession. Very common. Yeah, it's very common. When you get married, you drive, and you and your best friends and best men and family and so on drive in like a motorcade.
That's right.
Depending on where you are in China, sometimes fireworks. Yeah, that's right. Fireworks could be thrown out of the car, whatever. But there's a tradition.
Yes.
Now, in Chinese traditional thing, you're supposed to, whoever you come across, you're supposed to give them lucky money.
Or cigarettes.
Yes, cigarettes or a red envelope.
Yeah.
It's kind of the tradition, right?
So I was handing out cigarettes, red envelopes to family members.
It's supposed to be whimsical. It's kind of like as you come across people on the road, you give them, to share the luck.
It's like a little here and there.
Yes. But in these rural areas, these freaking old people, they're like highwaymen. They gather when they see a motorcade.
It's banditry.
They come and they all block the road, and they do not let them pass until they get money.
Especially now, because times are tough. These people, remember we told you there's no welfare in China. There's no, like, you don't go to social services and say, like, hey, can I have food stamps?
I know.
That doesn't exist. So these old people, if they get anything from the government, it's 10 kwai or something. It's like a buck, right? Yeah. So times are tough right now. Food prices skyrocketing. Yeah. They're still responsible for taking care of the little kids that get left in the village while the parents go work in factories.
Yeah.
So now the money's not stretching very far. They hear about a little motorcade coming through for a little wedding. Yeah. You better believe they're going to be highway bandits.
They get on their Lauren G, which is their old person machine, and they phone, and then they all come to get their lucky money.
Yes.
But can you imagine that you have your wedding, you're on your way to your wedding, and you get blocked by these extortionist grannies. And it's very common, by the way. We have lots of clips. We're just showing you one.
Pitchforks.
Yes.
Literal pitchforks.
They will not let you pass. How many do you think there are there?
Looks 900 people.
There's
over 9,000.
There's hundreds of people there. Okay, at least.
This is one clip, by the way.
Yeah.
One.
And you cannot get through until you've given everybody. So you've got your Maserati that you've rented, or you got your friend.
Yeah, you rent. Even like poor people will rent a luxury car. Yeah. Like we had a Mercedes.
Got your red stuff on it to show that you just got married.
Yes.
You're going through, and then you come across this mob, and they will not move until you pay them. Every one of them. I mean,
you can't move. You can't go get married.
Yeah, they will not let you pass. So think about it. Like, if there's... Yeah, exactly. I mean, even if you just gave $1 to each one, you're out $1,000.
Dude, you're done.
Yeah, exactly.
No one can afford that right now. This is one of the more mild clips. We wanted to do a whole segment on it. We have some epic ones where they're actually chasing and hitting people and stuff.
Yes.
It's crazy.
I mean,
look
at this, okay?
Yeah.
And they're not going to move till they get their money.
Dude, that's the zombie apocalypse.
Yes.
That's actually, people are like, I'm going to prepare for the zombie apocalypse, and they have their little
shelter.
All those
preppers just go to China and pretend you're in a wedding.
Live it out now.
Yeah,
just pretend you're in a wedding.
Yeah, exactly. Pretend you're in a wedding. Just load up with your tin food and whatever in the back, and your AR-15 and go.
It's scary, though. Can you imagine that?
It's horrible.
Scary.
You're surrounded by a mob that only wants money from you. You know what I mean?
It's absolutely true.
Yeah. I think, what I'd do is I'd have a diversionary motorcade that goes through the village, and while it's all blocked up, you go around the back.
Idea. And you're in the crappy little bread box car.
Yes, that they can't see. You have the diversionary one, and it's filled with like fart spray or something.
Oh my gosh!
When they open the window, or pepper spray.
They wouldn't give a
No, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't care.
If you did pepper spray, they'd put up their vegetables to get free pepper spray on their veggies to cook it later. They don't have to add chilies.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so we're still on the mid-tier. This is
tier 2
mid-tier.
still.
Tier 2.
So tons of residential and shop fires been happening.
Yes, a lot of false insurance claims.
Yes, that's a big problem. That's why we're showing this. A lot of false insurance claims. And now Chinese insurance doesn't pay out very well, but people are getting desperate now because, remember this, defaulting on their loans. These houses that they bought as investment properties are not being finished being built. So what they do is set fire to the other home.
Yeah.
Recoup some of that money, right? So that's been happening quite profusely across
a lot of revenge arson as well.
Yeah, revenge arson's been a big thing too recently. And this, what we're showing you is all from about a week. A week.
Yeah, this is all within February.
Yeah.
So
not even early February, most of the stuff.
Yeah, we're talking, this month of complete anarchy. So anyway, now we're going to get to the hot level.
Yeah, we're at 3 out of 4 spicy chilies.
Yeah. Okay, so what you've got here is, let's take a look. You got a little kid kicking the whatever. What do you even call those barriers?
Yeah, median or barrier.
Okay, and the traffic cop, look, there's
a real police officer.
Yeah, that's a real police. So first of all, if you can see the mother, either the mother or the father, it's hard to tell at this distance, is standing there. Could be the grandmother, grandfather too.
It's 2025. Could be all 5.
Yeah, staring at the kid, just watching him be a little shit, kick this barrier. The traffic cop comes up.
What do you think's gonna happen?
He literally taunts the traffic cop and pats his ass.
He's like, come and get me, bitch.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell?
The kid's like, get me, bitch.
Yeah.
To the cops.
Stupid little emperor, you know, and the parent, grandparent, whatever's just like standing there not saying a thing.
He's like A-cabbing.
Yeah.
Is that a verb?
And they look, and
then he goes back to do it. Dude.
Oh, man, that little shit needs to go to jail for a night.
The thing is, the mom needs to go to jail for a night,
you're right.
or the dad, because you have done that. And you know what? I can vindicate myself here.
Yeah.
You'll see videos where they'll put the kid in front of the TV and they're 1 year old and they're like, I want to kill all Japanese.
Yes.
I hate Japanese. I hate Americans. I want to kill all Americans. And they're like, oh, you naughty little thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, here's some pork belly.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly,
They're like cheering it on, right? So this behavior is
it's bad. It's bad parenting, and it's that little emperor syndrome. Yeah, I did a video about that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is hilarious.
This is amazing.
Wait, set it up.
Set it up. So there's this dude here, and this guy, you'll see this guy every day in China.
Yeah, all over.
Especially in the north where they're at. This guy sitting down, he's kind of baldish, and he's got like a velour robe on that's exposing his Beijing bikini belly. And he's sitting there in that pose that you know he's up to no good.
Yes.
These guys, they get a little drunk and they get real mad.
Yeah.
And that's what you're about to see here.
Yeah, so he smashed things up, and the owners called the cops. The cops are turned up here. It's like, this is the guy, he just like ruined my stuff. Okay. So wait, hang on a second. We got to go back a little bit. Okay. All right. So the cops like.
So this is the best thing I've ever heard.
So you've been drinking. What does he say?
Goes, drinking your mom's big pussy. To the cop.
That's what he said
to the cop.
That's disgusting.
What? That's the most harsh insult I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. Okay. He's like, okay, what's your name? What can I call you? You call me your dad. He's very impolite.
This is anarchy.
He's
faced with a bunch of police that could F up his life forever. If they get him in that police station, that guy could never be seen again if they wanted to.
Yeah, exactly. But his responses. What's he going to do? He's like, okay, hit me.
He goes, hit me. Yeah,
hit you. Hit me, I dare you. Hit me. Hit me, I dare you. Come on, hit me. Because it's not fun.
He goes, I'm not scared of that 100,000 RMB.
Your mom's
I didn't mean to say that word, but I had to say it.
Yeah. And then he just gives up. He's like, all right, fine. Just like that.
Watch him get taken away, though. But he's so not confrontational.
Yeah. No, he's fine. It's like, okay, I'm out of here. Let's go.
What a diss, though.
I know.
I mean, it's funny how people, like, I've seen that behavior before, but it's funny how belligerent people are getting too authoritative.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you been drinking? Yeah, drinking your mom's big vagina. That's what he said.
So that is the most high-key diss I've ever heard.
It's ridiculous.
You know what throws it off for me? And you as a non-Chinese speaker, if you're watching, you won't get this, but if he said drinking your mom's beep, that would have been funny and par for the course. But when he threw the big in there, it somehow made it so much harsher.
It's ridiculous.
I never heard the big.
No, I've not heard that before. Yeah, so here we've got some more, sort of burning down of farm stuff and factories. Minor factories.
The reason there's 3 is they're intentional.
Yes.
Right. So farm fires are happening, and these ones, like shop fires, this is actually, and I can't believe this, it's actually close to where I live.
Yeah, in Inner Mongolia. There.
Yeah, so they're setting shops on fire on purpose, insurance fraud claims, and revenge arson, as you've been saying. So not just residentially, it's been happening across the country, all over the place.
It's insane, because last week we showed a bunch of fires too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? The same kind of thing. Last time there was also like factory fires being set on purpose.
For sure.
Just shows you how crazy it is at the moment.
It is absolutely nuts. And again, people are hard on money, right? So this is kind of their idea of what to do.
Okay, so now we're moving on to the hell level of anarchy that's happening right now.
And this is crazy, dude.
Yeah, this is like okay. I'll pause it over here.
You know what this is?
Tell us.
This is, you can tell it.
Yeah, it's the Highway Planning Office.
Yeah, so this is where this is the people that make the highways.
Yeah, I'll go back. You can see the sign. It's
This is proper ruination.
Yeah.
This is trying to delete infrastructure.
Well, I think what's happened is the highway planning probably said, like, screw your farm. We're building a highway here.
Yeah, we don't know. We know it's the people are saying this is intentional. We don't know what sort of revenge.
We can only have an educated guess, and it's probably something like that, like screw your house. We're putting a highway here, so they're like, oh really?
Oh yeah, we're gonna destroy the entire country.
We're just gonna burn your office down. Then.
See ya.
You know.
I mean, this is them trying to get rid of the company that makes the highways, and it's a state company, right? Yeah. So you're seeing more ruination, Chinese people kind of rising up and saying, well, if everything's going to hell, then burn it all down.
Yep.
You're seeing that in factories here in Guiyang, in Guizhou.
So this is all over the country again.
Intentional arson, burning down their workplace because they're not getting paid. It's revenge time.
This particular factory you see behind us here is in Guangdong. It's a shoe factory.
Yes.
And apparently there was another wage dispute. We talk about this often. But the thing is, they were refused their wages, and 10 minutes later, the place burned down to the ground. 10 minutes later.
10 minutes.
So it's like, okay, you're not going to pay us. And within 10 minutes of them saying they're not going to pay them, the place caught fire.
I think it's necessary to keep pointing this out. Just keep playing it.
Yeah.
If this happened, right? We just showed you multiple ones so far.
Yeah.
If this happened in the U.S., where a major industry.
This happened on the 23rd, a couple days ago.
Yes.
Right?
If this happened.
Yeah.
5 days ago, right?
Yeah.
If this happened in America, where a major industry in a major city in a high population area, the worker said, we're going to burn down whatever factory, Reebok or whatever, right? Yeah. And it would be international news.
It would.
Where is this on the news?
It's not.
Right?
China blocks it because everyone just has to see this perfect vision of China. Chongqing with a train going through the building and the flashy lights or whatever. And they're like, China is great in advance. Nothing bad ever happens in China. But lots of bad things happen in China. More bad things happen in China than in most other countries. But it gets covered up, you know?
Yeah. It's just nuts to me that you can do millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars in damage, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't make the news. Happens again the next day and the next day and the next day. In fact, we can map out the entire country. The industry and manufacturing is getting set on fire on purpose. The road companies are getting set on fire on purpose. Government offices are getting set on fire on purpose. People are rising up and trying to destroy the country because they are not getting compensated.
That's right.
China's bank is going bankrupt.
Yeah, there's a massive problem with the economy.
Yeah.
But of course, they can't let anyone see that. And that's why you don't know about this. And nobody knows about this.
It's funny because I'll read articles on, usually op-eds, right? But op-eds on like major outlets. Major outlets usually do a pretty good job with China news. But like op-eds will say like, oh, China's investable again. Is it? Is it?
Yeah.
You know, it's the same people that make their snap judgments on China by reading CGTN or something. Or like someone sends them an Instagram link, right?
That's the reason why they don't want this news to spread. The reason why they suppress our channel.
Yeah.
And the reason why they block this and censor this news from getting out of China is because they want people to think that China is a good investment right now. Because they need the money desperately.
Yes.
You know?
That's a good point. That's actually a really good point.
That's one of the main reasons they do that. That's one of the main reasons they pay so much for these influencers to go do the 20-second floor bullshit.
It's because you can't stop this, right? You can't stop this pure anarchy that's destroying China. Yeah. But what you can do is block the news about it and then pay a bunch of white people to go to China and say, look, it's actually better than America.
Because, you see this scene right here?
Yeah.
They'll go film in that shiny part down there.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, but they won't show the burning part. No. It's right there.
It's right there in front of you, right?
Exactly. But when you go, when you go, you'll get out the high-speed rail at that shiny place.
Yes.
And you'll walk around there and you'll be like, China's great and amazing.
Yes.
Just over the river, it's like crappy, horrible factories with forced labor or terrible working conditions that are catching fire because, you know, they're not getting their wages paid.
They can't send their money to their hometown.
Yeah.
In those villages we just showed you where they have to go now rob people's wedding cars.
Exactly.
The reality of the situation in China is that things are very grim,
Yes.
right? And you're not hearing that anywhere.
Correct.
That's a crime. That's not okay.
Also, just look at this, all the ramshackle, horrible, like, what do you call them? Dormitories, basically.
Sprawled. Yeah, the dorms.
It's dormitories for factories and stuff over here, where the actual people live and work hard, compared to that shiny facade area that's there for showing off.
Yes.
And where the rich people live, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And where all the sort of touristy areas are, and the downtown walking streets and all those things.
Jay says this is fine meme on the whole country. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Classic.
Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, sitting there with a coffee.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just happening so often right now.
Yeah.
And it's nuts that, I don't know, it's not just nuts that people are reporting, it's nuts that it's happening.
Sure.
You know, it's bad when entire industries are not getting paid, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny in China, you know how we saw this with COVID?
Yeah.
When China wanted to block the news about it and let it spread around the world, and the whole world went into turmoil and everything, right? And they kept saying, no, and they blamed the next country. Oh, it's Italy. Oh, it's blah, blah. Finally, they settled down and blame America because we hate America the most.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there were millions and millions of people dying in China of COVID, but they were blocking the news. You would go to jail if you talked about it.
Yeah.
They would raid your house.
What was
and
their
kill your
like
dog.
final amount of people that died from COVID?
Like 8,000 or something.
4,000 or something, and it like graph just plateaued.
Right. It just reminds me of this, where you have all this stuff on this. It's right there, right in front of you, happening.
Yes.
And you can't tell anyone about it.
No, you
right?
can't.
And they don't do anything about it because they can't do anything about it until the last minute. If it does leak, they'll have some big crackdown and they'll like raid everyone for like gas in their house to start these fires or something. They have to wait until it's absolute like what is it, like in the apocalypse.
That's why, by the way, when you go to a gas station in China, you're not allowed to fill up a jerry can.
Yes.
Or any container.
Yes.
You're only allowed to put gas in your car, and these days you have to show your ID or your passport or whatever just to fill up with gas.
Yeah, because it's crazy. Can you imagine having to do that in the U.S. or whatever? People would go ape, right?
Yeah, imagine you are first of all not allowed to fill up anything other than your car.
Yes.
But before that, you have to walk into the place, show your driver's license or your ID. It must be valid. They run it through the computer. They don't just look at it, and then they log exactly how much gas you've used.
Yes.
You know
why? Because people are setting the entire country on fire. You have to regulate gas in people's motorcycles because people are setting the country on fire.
Yeah, not just motorcycles, in any vehicle.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's deeper than that, because the camera's everywhere. So they log your license plate, the vehicle you're driving, what time you were there,
true.
how much gas you filled up, what octane of gas you filled up, everything.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So it's, you know, if they see you coming to another gas station like it the next day to fill up again, then they know something's weird.
It's Joe.
Yeah,
ZHOU.
Exactly. He must have siphoned that off to make Molotov cocktails or whatever.
Yep.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah.
The funny thing is, we thought it was like over-regulation to do that kind of stuff, but it's true. It's actually happening. It's coming to fruition.
Yeah.
Even after those laws, right?
Yeah, it's insane.
So yeah. Apparently I never heard of siphons.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
They'd know siphons, by the way. It's a dumb law.
Yeah, exactly. Now, it doesn't only pertain to this. I want you to pay attention to this clip here.
Okay.
I'm going to pause it. I paused it right where the thermal runaway began.
Okay.
Electric cars are terrifying, okay? Sure, they're safe to a certain point, but the unfortunate thing is that if something goes wrong with an electric car's battery pack, it's way worse than any gasoline-powered car.
Oh, it's
because you have
so
thermal
scary.
runaway. So I just wanted to show you this quickly, because we're going to move on from the normal Anarchy, and we're going to move on to something called Anarch EV.
Ah, I like your play on words.
Yes. Okay, so let's take a look. This is thermal runaway.
Whoa!
And then look at it jets out.
Wow! If you're standing there, you're literally toast.
Yep. It's time for Anarch EV.
Wow.
That was today.
Yeah, let's just play this out and look at it.
Yeah.
This is crazy. This is all from like this week, basically.
Yeah, this month. Everything in here is from this month.
Wow.
EVs, man.
Scary when they're poorly made. Oh, that's I tell the stories about those. Yeah.
Sky don't lie.
Yeah.
Even without this pollution.
And the flames.
Oh yeah.
Why is he always directing these fires?
He's like the bringer of doom.
It's a joke.
Yes. Maybe not that. Yeah.
You can teleport. Like, yes. Look at these. Yeah. The whole. Yeah. See, they often catch each other on fire.
Oh, absolutely. But as you can see, there's a lot of ANARCHY EV going on.
That's crazy.
We wanted to show you what you missed on Monday, our very special VIP show. Let's take a look.
Quick. She just smacked herself. Let's be totally honest.
Yeah, this is just like
degen shit. This is an example of like local channels used to have these absolute trash.
3只
Why are we watching this? This is trash.
Yeah, absolute trash.
Like, we're having such a... Come back, Charlie. Come back. You know, the shittiest thing I've ever seen.
What is this anabolic probiotic
this is
yogurt?
The product.
The milk, you know, whatever, yogurt stuff?
They always sell milk and yogurt. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. What is in front of the host? What is in front of the host?
Freaking yogurt.
Freaking drinking yogurt. That even the title has a freaking yogurt. Every single freaking time.
Dude, it's every show! China's absurd game shows are wild was our episode 138 of Xiaobanhou. That's our private show, our VIP show that we do on Mondays. And we talked about the generations of Chinese game shows. How they used to be amazing. Now it's just degen nonsense.
Yeah, it was an interesting show. But
we also uncovered a yogurt conspiracy.
Yes, yogurt conspiracy. And on top of that, we also did a live game show with a communist country.
With a communist country. We dialed into a communist country and played a live game show.
Using Morse code. You'll have to see it to understand.
If you like the China show, you're going to love our patron show called Xiaobanhou. The lowest tier, the $5 tier, it's called After Party. It just means that, you know, the one you're watching now, we have like a Q&A afterwards.
We normally cut it out on Monday.
Cut it out on Monday. So that stays up on that one so you guys can see it. It also gets you access to the Discord, which has thousands of people in it. It's one of the best Discords out there.
It's amazing.
It's fantastic. The second one, this is our half-price sale right now. Xiaobanhou is our bonus show, right? It was usually $20 a month. Right now it's $10 a month. Because you don't get to see it live if you're on this tier, but you get it like a minute after it goes live.
Yeah, as soon as it's finished, we make it live for the $10 tier.
Exactly, and you don't miss out on any of the other episodes. All of 138 episodes are available to you. We've done exposés of China's alcohol industry, the dating industry. We've done full,
lots of fun
crazy good stuff.
We've had Beer Hater Hour, Beer Lover Hour, all these. Like,
we'll go into that in a second.
Okay.
On the live tier, the one that was the original price one is still available, and you'll get to watch live. You get to win a Chinese name. We handwrite Chinese names for you.
Yep.
With a meaning, we think about them, and we have it's called the Wheel of Foshan.
Yeah, the Wheel of Foshan's fun.
And you vote on the next topics, and it's all interactive, and we have live Q&A.
That's correct.
And you don't have to send super chats to get your questions answered. Yeah. So last episode we covered this.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what we do.
This was fun.
The like craziest food stuff. I mean. What was it called? A wild lion's head?
Wild lion head.
Yeah, just whatever. That was crazy.
What China looks like. We go on and look at actually what China really looks like in real life beyond the propaganda. We'll pick like a city.
We go into like street views and so on.
Everything sucks. We talked about stuff we hate.
Yeah, code attack me.
This is interesting. This is China's rewarding sloth lifestyle. And this is just like a little example of this. Chinese government's promoting videos of people just being absolute slobs, which is very weird.
Yeah. I guess they don't want people to have ambition.
Yeah.
So they want people to strive to just kind of float along and.
The state won't take care of you, but you can live on very little type idea.
Yeah.
And you don't need to complain or have a revolution.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the idea. Anyway, this is just like a clip. It's disgusting, by the way.
Yeah, those are like bottles of urine down there.
Yeah, for sure. So we covered all those. There's a huge trend of different channels doing that. We covered this travel shield that did some very dangerous
pool strips to say you could drink the water in China, which is crazy.
We covered Lianghua Qingwen, their anti-COVID medicine ads, which were funny.
The fake Russian stores.
They're funding the Russian war.
Yeah, we do the Royal Rumble once a year.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. The Beer Hater Hours are so much fun. We drink beer and talk about things we really hate.
Yes, pause that quick. Okay. Most insane neighbor speeds. These are neighbors fighting with each other.
That's where we came across Mason.
He's throwing bricks at his neighbors.
Good old Mason, yeah.
China's neighbor disputes and wars are like something you've never seen before.
Fun.
It's very funny and kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the idea, right?
Yeah.
China's not what they expected. We talked, we read people's stories that were fresh off the boat and just got to China and how they were shocked to death.
Yes, exactly. So that's more or less what happens on Monday. It is a small show. It's much more personal, a lot more interaction. It's a lot of fun.
And it's just as long as the China show.
Yeah. We would love to see you there. If you have the means, of course. It's the best way to support us.
It is.
When I take a breath, you fill up my life.